according to the Constitution of Afghanistan, we had lots of places where there is a guarantee for women's rights, specifically equal treatment by the law and in front of law. Men and women are equally responsible, and this is the Article of 22 of the Constitution. But some of the places where we have this conflict in contradictions or controversial issues are the article of the 3rd of the Constitution, which says any of the laws are against the Sharia will be not acceptable. Then most of our laws are drafted and adopted in accordance in the light of our Constitution. That's why, like, when we are talking about the Ebola was attack, was because our ulamas in ulama councils, in religious scholars are thinking some of the things that it was put as a list of the violations and crimes under the Ebola are not Islamic. This is something that I think is very important to look at the issues where we have a law, like Ebola was the most successful law while we implemented. Like in the past 3 years, since 2009, there was like about 3,000 to 4,000 cases was solved by, this was 1,000, yeah? 3,000 to 4,000 cases were solved based on the Ebola. But still, because of the, we have a very kind of, everything is politicized in Afghanistan. I have to mention this. Everything is politicized. If I'm not gaining anything, if I'm trying to gain something, then I'm putting the woman on the top of my agenda, and the law where they are protecting women's rights, I will put that one on my agenda. The Ebola become more politicized by members of the parliament and by those who were kind of potential candidates for the presidential election. To win the hearts and minds of the ordinary Afghan people, they're very their followers, they're pure Muslim. Even some of them, they don't have the knowledge of Islam. They don't know the actual meaning of Islam. They are Muslim by heart and by faith, but most of them they really don't know what is there. That's why they were trying to attract these followers, just attacking the Ebola and saying, okay, this is un-Islamic, which in most of the cases you see that Islam is more kind religion. I'm sure that other religions, I don't want to say it's a kind of, I'm trying to just compare with the other religion, but from our religion, this is a very kind religion, and the way that you're going to interpret it, you have to be knowledgeable, deeply knowledgeable about the provisions of the law, of the Sharia law, to interpret it in the correct way and bring it in to represent the actual meaning of the provision. I think this type of things are happening around some of the legislations, that most of the people who are kind of anti-Western world or anti-democracy or because we have some terminologies that the people really hate them. And when you are using them, then the people think, okay, this is a Western idea. Other than if you're bringing this from the Islamic perspective, definitely people see that, okay, this is a provisions from the Quran, and these are the provisions from the Hadith. Why we should not accept it? That's why these are the things that's happening specifically when it comes to the implementation and the monitoring of the implementations of the laws in the country. This is very important. We don't have such a credible or reliable mechanism, monitoring mechanism or evaluation of the mechanisms in place where you can see which cases have been properly addressed based on those laws, constitutional law or either the Islam. These are the kind of a broad kind of picture.